Gary Drumheller, Deputy Director. I have update on two projects for you today. One is our Polaris project, which is our IT modernization, and the other is our Lexipol project for our agency policies. First thing I want to start with is just some of the challenges of any IT modernization that you face. Obviously, our legacy system is 30 years old, and so in a nutshell, we duct tape it to keep it running every day. Our IT department does a great job with doing that. And you saw the budget limitations that we're facing, and so obviously everybody would like a Cadillac model, but we know that we're going to have to settle for the Toyota or Subaru that'll get us 100,000 miles and keep us going, right, for a long time. And we hope that maybe along the way we can update and upgrade and maybe get air conditioning and automatic windows or something like that, just to keep us going. So just try to keep it.
One more.
Yeah, actually one more. All right.
Really bring us into the 90s.
Yes. 18-inch wheels.
Yeah.
All right. So we those are challenges that we face, but we try to do the best we can with our implementer to get those things going and keep them running. Obviously, change is always difficult, and our staff is doing a great job, but we have to keep going because it's going to be difficult as we get rid of one system and start a new system, and that change is never easy. So we're in the process of hiring a change management consultant to help us through that process. We also have investigation issues regarding just keeping us moving forward with, every project like this has bumps in the road, and we just have to keep going and get through those. And then migration, when it comes to data security, migration is always huge. And so we have a great IT staff, and I know they'll get us through that without any issues or problems. One of the things we have is a quality assurance person, and they keep us kind of grounded a little bit, and they're outside looking in at our project, and they give us a rating, a grade. 1 to 3 is you're doing great, really no issues. 4 to 6 is, hey, there's some minor things you have to fix and maybe some minor concerns that you have to continue to monitor and watch. And then anything over 6 are serious concerns that need to be addressed immediately. As you can see, we're at a 3.5, so we're doing really well. We have a few things we have to look at, but overall, a 3.5 at this phase of the game is a great grade, a great number to have. And we're in constant contact with our quality assurance contractors who provide us guidance to help us through some of the bumps in the road. So we're doing a great job. Our implementer's doing great. Our staff is doing absolutely fantastic because it's a lot of work, They meet every day, and plus they have their everyday duties as well. And so kudos goes to them for just keeping things going and keeping this project moving forward. Where we are today is our implementer has now draft deliverables, user stories that we have put together, and they're starting that development process. And that's great because a lot of us are visual people, so as they develop this, we'll really be able to see what it looks like. Right now, it's all written down, and once they start to develop this, we get to see it and put it in action and play with it and see where some of the things we need to fix, some of the things that might not be working, and that'll be a phase that really tells us where we're headed and what we have. So that's a quick update on our Polaris. Any questions regarding our project?
The quality assurance folks, are those from the state?
No, they're contractors. Yes, yep. So they're kind of a third party that oversees the project, and they're kind of outside looking in, and they interview different staff. They talk to our implementer and try to get a lay of the land as to where we are and what we're doing and how we're doing it. The year ahead, this is just kind of a breakdown of where we're at, where we're headed. And you can see our go live date is end of December. And again, I said we have bumps in the road, so we're probably pushing that out to January, which makes sense, which gives us that added additional time to fix some of those things and work through the process with our implementer. So that's all I have for that project. Any questions? All right.
Thank you.
The next one I have is our Lexipol project, which is our agency policies. And we have switched over to Lexipol. We used to do our own policies and try to update our own policies. And what Lexipol does is they are tied with WASPIC, which is the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs. And we're an accredited agency. And so they do all the updating with case law and any criminal procedure changes or legislative changes. Lexipol monitors all of that, and then they'll shoot out a policy change that will reflect any of those changes. And so we don't have to monitor that anymore. They will do it for us. But in the meantime, we have had to look at all of our policies because they pretty much look at all the law enforcement policies. And obviously the state has many more policies that we have to convert over. So that transition happened February 1st. So we finally completed it and put it in motion, and it is up and running. And basically all these policies are best practices. And that's part of the accreditation process. That's part of what Lexipol follows. And so we've converted or created about 174 new policies, and staff is in the process of reading those policies right now. And yeah, obviously there are some things that we have to continue to do to monitor and to make sure our policies are ready to go, like links to a policy. They might click on it and it doesn't go anywhere. So we might have to fix that. But that's the phase we're at now, is just fixing some of those little things.
Commissioner Charles has raised his hand.
Yes, sir.
I just out of interest, I'm like, where do those best practices, like who determines those best practices?
Those will come from the accreditation, the WASPIC accreditation team. So as they put together the standards, the policies we create meet those standards, and then those standards meet our practice. And so that's the concept, is policy meets practice or practice meets policy. And we are coming up to a time where we will be accredited next year. We go through that process. So we'll be doing an internal mock assessment here this spring to make sure, from our transition from our old policies to our new policies, to make sure those new policies meet the standard and meet the practice that we do every day.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's all from Lexipol. Any questions on that? As you know, Steve, people, you get one policy, you change it, you get another one, you change it. That's kind of what people feel like, which is all good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Any questions on that? No? Great. Thank you.